Hey everyone, it is another Monday, which means it's also time for some more Real Estate Talk with Jay. And two things I want to point out this week. One is that not only does it seem like schools and businesses and other things were closed last week because of the deep freeze, but it appears the real estate market followed that trend as well. And the second thing is that as we're starting to see some of the closing data through the holidays, it appears that I was right. Want to know what I mean by this? Well, let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at some of the forward-looking data. So as you can see, the number of new listings coming on the market last week was almost about half of the previous week. So with the cold weather, it appears everybody wanted to kind of maybe delay those listings coming up on the market, which this week we'll be able to tell whether that was true or not, because the overall trend was that was picking up so far this year. The number of active listings has continued its decline this year as we've been a little bit slower to put new listings on the market, but pending contracts have been fairly strong. And if we go ahead and look at those pending contracts, you can see that was a little bit slow last week too, and does not indicative of the trend that had happened the previous week. So I think it was just because of this cold snap, but we'll be able to see if those things start picking back up again this week and in the following weeks. And in addition, the median list price has started to pick back up and gain steam as well. Now, as we take a look at the number of closings that happened over the past week and what those closed prices were, I think you'll be able to see really what I was talking about during the holidays. So remember, the homes that are closing right now likely went under contract during that time between Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. So what I kept trying to tell people is if you want to buy, now is the time to buy, because you're going to get a good deal and there's less competition, and this data just proves that. So if you look at closings, again, those were down last week, but that could have been some closings had to get shuffled because of weather and bank closings and other things. But I think the overall trend was during that holiday season, obviously closings are going to, not many people were out looking to purchase. However, those that did, let's take a look at the prices. So you can see the median price was down. The average price stayed about the same, but if we look at, let's go ahead and look at the list to sell ratios. So just looking at last week, almost 43% of the homes that sold at a reduced price. And that's the highest percentage we've seen over the past several weeks. And if you look at overall last week, the list price to sales price ratio was almost 95%. So what this shows is those that were the buyers that were out actively looking and put homes under contract during that holiday season got some of the best deals of the year. Which is what I was talking about during that time as well, that if you needed to buy a house, that was the time to do it, because you're gonna get the best deal. There's not much competition out there as far as other buyers looking, and this data just absolutely proves that. So when is the next best time to buy? Well, now. You can see inventory is starting to decline. Buyers have taken a little bit of a pause just because of the weather, but before that inventory gets even lower, because I really don't know what the number of sales are going to look like this year as far as how many people are wanting to put their homes back on the market. But like Josh and I talked about last week, and looking at the overall trends for the year, most people put their purchasing of a home on hold due to interest rates. As those interest rates started to get better, buyers came back out and buyers re-entered the market looking to purchase homes. But now the sentiment of buyers is going back to really what it's kind of been throughout most of history. It's not really interest rate dependent. People are wanting to buy a home regardless of what the interest rates are. They're just looking at, okay, today's interest rates, what can I afford, what homes are available within that range of what I can afford, and let me find what works best for me and my family. So the next best time to start looking for a home is right now, before the possibility gets higher of more buyers, more competition, and possibly the return of bidding wars, especially on those homes that I hate to call them really nice, but homes that kind of tick off all the boxes for most buyers. Well, that's pretty much it for this week. Again, if you are currently looking for help either buying a home or selling a home, I would love the opportunity to be able to sit down with you and go over my listing systems, which I think will save you money over what most other agents will do. And then also my game plans for helping you buy a home in this current market. So as always, thank you for watching these videos. If you like them, please subscribe, please like them, please share them, and we'll go ahead and end right there. So that's it for this week. We'll see you next week.